on a project. I'm currently working on a project with Dr. Ahmed, and we're trying to see whether implanting a defibrillator into patients with Chagas disease is a safe and efficacious idea. And the output would be a meta-analysis, which means we're pulling in data from all the available resources and then kind of reaching our own conclusion. So on the right here is a meta-analysis on the same topic that was done in 2019. But then from 2019 until today, there has been quite a lot of new papers. And we're trying to incorporate all of these new papers and the data into our new paper. And in terms of progress, we're already past the title and abstract screening, which means that we have already identified which journals we would like to incorporate into our paper. And the next step would be full text screening, and then drawing all the data together to analyze them and then write them up. So if you're interested in doing something like that, or if you haven't published a paper before and would like to have a head start, then you're more than welcome to join us. We currently have 4 people on our team, 5 including Dr. Ahmed. If you have any questions about the project before you commit, you can also email us. I have put Dr. Ahmed and my email on it. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
No, thank you. Anybody have any questions about this? It doesn't look like it. Cynthia's very talented. Her protocol has just been published as well.
Yeah, okay. I think someone has asked what's the timeline. So the approximate number is that we have identified about 40 full text screening, full text articles for screening. And then let's say if 4 of us do it, then it's not a lot of work. Obviously, we have to check each other's work, but then we're hoping to have the paper published. Would you say early April, Dr. Ahmed? I think the first draft would be ready by then.
Yeah, probably earlier.
And then it says, may I ask if you could type up the email again? Yes.
Yeah, so Cynthia's doing really well on this. It's a slightly tricky project, but it comes out from my interest in rare third world disease. So we've published quite a bit. We just published a set of 7 reviews for the WHO, actually, which were part of the WHO guidance. But yeah. So any other questions, guys, before we start? Oh yeah, that's the email. Okay, fine. Anything else? Okay, no problem. Thank you, Cynthia. That's very kind. Very kind of you. I hope you're not late now. Okay, so I'm going to now share my screen. Now we're going to do things a bit differently. Now we're going to try telling stories, yeah, a bit. So as you can see, can you see my screen, everyone? Hi, can you all see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, fine. So let's see. As you know, you have to do the Mentimeter. Okay, first of all, I'll just start with a verse from the Quran. We have made day, the night and day, 2 signs. The sign of night we have made dark, sign of day we have made sight giving, so you may seek bounty from our Lord, and that you may not know the computation of years and the science of reckoning. I think this is important to understand that, science is a long journey which has been going on for thousands of years with, great scientists in India, in China, and is not a recent Western development. Yeah. The other thing is you must reflect upon how you can develop a greater understanding of the world, develop new technologies or systems through which humanity can benefit. This from Islam. Now, which one would you choose? Unlimited money or unlimited time? Use the Menti code, guys. And then we're going to tell you some storytelling. Oh my God, unlimited time. Alper, could you do me a favor? If somebody's in the waiting room, just try and admit them for me, please. Thank you. So, unlimited time. Okay, most people have chosen unlimited time. No, nobody's interested in money. I did this with some medical students recently, and everybody chose unlimited money. So you guys must be thinking differently. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So that was quite funny. Okay, travel back in time or travel to the future?
There is a question that I would like to ask, how I can see the weighting.
If you just look at participants.
Okay.
I'll check as well. So which one do you guys want to do? On the travel back in time or travel to the future? Oh my God. Travel back in time. Yeah, I think traveling back in time looks a bit more dangerous though. Okay, time for our first story. At UCL in London, a group of young researchers embarked on a study comparing diabetes treatments. Filled with, um, filled with hope and determination, they were confident that their work would lead to breakthroughs in patient care. They began with a statistical tool called risk ratio. Let me just admit. Rowena, 1 second. Okay, so it seems straightforward. The risk ratio compares the probability event like recovery in the treatment to the probability of the same event in the control group. Another way of thinking about this is what is your chance of winning in the lottery? 1 in 100, yeah? Or, 1 in a million, for example. So, but risk ratio is basically like that. It compares the risk of an event occurring to the total population, yeah? Or an event like recovery in the treatment group to probability an event in the treatment group, let's say the patient, let's put an example, let's the patient got better, yeah, over the total number of patients. And then what you do is you you divide this up by the same ratio in the control group, for example. Yeah, so risk ratio, probability of an event like recovery in the treatment group to the probability of the same event in the control group. Okay. If the risk ratio was 2, the patients in the treatment group were twice as likely to recover as those in the control group. For the first few weeks, everything seemed clear, but soon the cracks started to show. They faced their first decision. What are they going to do? Proceed with risk ratio, use another option, start crying. You guys need to choose. They're having trouble with the risk ratio. Well, they're using it at the moment. What will you guys do? Use another option. Proceed with risk ratio, start crying. Nobody's just started crying yet. Why am I not allowed to choose? I think I'm not allowed to choose. Crying. Okay, so a lot of people said proceed, which is actually not an unreasonable choice here. The team continued analyzing their data using risk ratio. However, as the data unfolded, the fear crept in. They found out outcomes were rare or when the groups were imbalanced, the risk ratio failed to provide clear answers. This is very important to understand. Okay, but can you guys, you can see my screen, yeah? Yeah. Okay, fine. So they groups are imbalanced. Now, this is important to understand that, for example, if the groups are imbalanced, means that one group is much bigger than the other, or the outcome is very rare. Now, this is very, very common in observational studies. The observational data sets, you might have one group which is enormous, one group which is the treatment group and the control group might be small, and the outcomes might be far less. In essence, with non-randomized control trials, often if the data is quite imbalanced. Okay, so the initial confidence crumbled and the clarity they sought began to feel increasingly out of reach. They needed a better tool. What were they going to do? Oh, Alpa is in the waiting room for some reason. Admit. Okay. Now, what would you do? Switch to odds ratio, keep with risk ratio, fry some bangers. So yeah, odds ratio is a slightly different way of looking at something. So risk ratio is, let's say, imagine this, there's the number of dead over the number total of patients is risk ratio. The number of dead over the number of non-dead is odds ratio. Yeah. So both of them actually, interesting enough, can be used to express the data. It's just how you express the data, because the data is actually similar. But in the analysis, it does make a difference. So odds ratio is a little bit better overall in studies in which the groups are very different. It expresses that a bit better, in which the events are rare, and in case basically observational studies. Okay, so they switch to odds ratio. Well, somebody wanted to fry some bangers. Okay, fine. Seems to be a popular option. Realizing the limitations of the risk ratio, the team turned to the odds ratio. This tool provided a more nuanced perspective, comparing the odds of an event happening like recovery to the odds of it not happening. Yeah. So the odds ratio. This is a you know it gives you a bit more nuance. Yeah. So the odds of an event happening to the odds of not event of it not happening, or another way to look at it, if it was a study in which you were looking at how many are dead or and alive, then risk ratio will be the dead over the total number of patients, whereas odds ratio will be dead over non-dead. Yeah. So you're slicing them. And yes, any questions so far, guys? No? The silence is deafening. Somebody is in the waiting room as well. Ikram. Let me, Okay, so going to the next bit of the story. If the odds ratio was 3, it meant the odds of recovery were 3 times higher in the treatment group compared to the control group. The team quickly learned that the odds ratio worked particularly well when the event being studied was rare, but came at their own risks. The odds ratio could exaggerate differences, especially when events were common. Guys, any questions so far about this? So the problem with odds ratio is going to exaggerate the differences, especially if the events were common. Okay, your paper only has case control studies. What will you do? You can rewrite the whole paper. You can switch to odds ratio. You should play Minecraft education right now. Switch to odds ratio. Yeah, that's good. Any questions so far? Gonna check the chat. Oh, there's another chat. I don't see any questions in the chat. Nobody has written anything in the chat, have they? One new message. Where's the message? Oh, yeah, fine. So most people, you have to write the whole paper. Not really. Yeah, I'll show you why. It's because it's quite easy to switch from odds ratio to risk ratio to odds ratio. Or that is very, very easy actually to switch over. To be honest, in my app, it's just a button click. It's not difficult. You will have to rewrite the results, although, because the results are slightly different. Oh, some people said they want to play Minecraft education right now. Okay, fine. Yeah, we'll probably get to that. Okay, the team decided to stick with the risk ratio, hoping their confidence in the tool would eventually pay off. However, as sleepless nights turned into weeks, they found themselves unable to overcome its limitations. The rarity of outcomes continued to haunt them, and the results seem increasingly uncertain. Oh my God. What is going to happen to this team? Yeah, I told some medical students, I was telling the story about a patient with heart failure. Basically, I had to kill him off in the end because I put him in a hospice and murdered him. Okay, so what do we do? Switch to odds ratio, keep to risk ratio, watch Mr. Beast on YouTube. You have to rank these. Switch to odds ratio. Very good. Good. Some people anybody watching Mr. Beast? I voted for Mr. Beast. Very good. He's in trouble, he needs the views. Definitely. Mr. Beast does need the views. Oh my God. Switching to odds ratio is winning. Is winning. Risk ratio is alongside Mr. Beast now. Okay, fine. Very good. So the team has spoken. The team has spoken. Having switched to the odds ratio, the team experienced some relief. The odds ratio handled rare events with finesse, but it wasn't without its challenges. As they analyzed more data, they noticed for the common outcomes, the odds ratio could exaggerate the effects, making the difference between the two groups appear extreme. So now this is just an open question. When should you use risk ratio? When should you use odds ratio? I want you to answer this. Come on, guys. Some responses, please. You can type in the response. When should you use risk ratio? When should you use odds ratio? Odds ratio, rare disease, yes. What else? For rarer outcomes, very good. Case control or observational studies, yeah. I recently had to get this guy to rewrite his whole paper because I made the mistake of thinking it would be risk ratio. And then he actually had to switch over to odds ratio, means he had to rewrite quite a lot of his paper. And I wasn't actually aware of this till about 3-4 months ago. You know, I used to use risk ratio a lot more, but then I've realized, I was wrong. Okay, come on, continue writing. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else, guys? Okay, fine. That seems reasonable. Okay, reasonable answers. After trial of error, the team realized something profound. No single method was perfect. They need both the risk and odds ratio. But obviously, it depends for which paper, isn't it? The risk ratio worked well in straightforward cases where the outcomes were common and the groups were balanced. The odds ratio was invaluable for handling rarer events where a more flexible approach was needed, or observational data sets which are unbalanced. They generally tend to be very, very unbalanced because by observation, what it means, a randomized control trial usually is planned. We will have one-to-one randomization. Now, with observational data sets, there's no randomization, is there? It's natural randomization. So there'll always be more in one group. And usually, interestingly enough, let's say we are doing a observational study in a sarcoidosis center. So they'll always have more sarcoidosis patients than they will have the other type of patient, isn't it? The ones without sarcoidosis, for example. So in essence, they will, by their very nature, there's imbalance because of the way the data was collected. There's no randomization really. Yeah. So in nature, the disease and the non-disease patients will always be imbalanced. Through this journey, the team had learned that success in research required more than just hard work. It required the ability to navigate complexity, embrace uncertainty. The study was saved, the experience left them wiser and ready to tackle future challenges. This is actually a little bit of a true story. True story, actually. It's because we actually did do this. Imagine you had a case control study. Oh, actually, we did this question, so let's skip that. All right, now another story. Okay. Dr. Amara's team had completed screening for their meta-analysis on diabetes treatments. Now they faced a new challenge, data extraction. It was delicate work requiring precision and consistency. Guys, before we go further, can I just ask a question from all of you? You can unmute yourselves and ask as well. That how many of you have Microsoft 365 accounts? How many of you got Microsoft 365 accounts? Because I wanted to do exercise in Minecraft education. But for that, you all have to have, most of you will have to have Microsoft 365 accounts. I think a lot of the medical students from here have it. But if you don't have it, then what you could do, you could probably watch me doing it, watching me play the game. Okay, fine. Let's do the story again. I have it. Okay, fine. Dr. Amara's team had completed screening for the meta-analysis on diabetes treatments. Now they faced a new challenge, data extraction. It was delicate work requiring precision and consistency. But after a few days, the team began to struggle. Some members extracted data quickly but made mistakes, while others were slow and cautious. The pace was uneven and inconsistencies began to appear. The team felt overwhelmed. Dr. Amara called a meeting. We're in a difficult phase. We can navigate this together. Let's reflect on how we can approach this task with clarity and patience. What shall we do? A step-by-step guide on how to extract data from each studies, including examples. 2, pair team members so they could support one another. 3, regular checkpoints where the team could review progress. 5, fire them all. Oh my God, firing them all is very popular. Come on. Guys, can you guys unmute yourselves and anybody who has any ideas on how to solve this problem? What would be a good way to solve this problem? Come on. Anybody have any ideas how to solve this problem? They're having data issues with data extraction. Come on. Guys?
Yep. I'm agreeing on the first one. Step-by-step guide will be amazing.
Okay, very good idea. Now that would be quite a lot of effort to do it. One thing I would put in, which is very, very important, is that everything must be done with consensus. There's two things that are very, very important to understand. No, three things that are very, very important to understand. One is that if you don't have consensus as a team, if one person is making all the decision making, they're deciding on the topic, they're deciding the inclusion exclusion criteria, and there's no consensus, the team will not be successful. The second thing is that there's gradual growth. People don't learn everything in one day. You have to be patient and give them time to grow, because it will take time for everybody to grow. Yeah. And the third aspect is that regular communication. Yeah. So the team needs to meet quite regularly, like even weekly, just for a few minutes, for them to be able to progress in a meaningful way. Okay, then what's happened? We're all in this together. Let's slow down and regroup. It's okay to ask for help, and our strength lies in our unity and intention behind the work. So this is also important, that your intent. Why are you doing this? If it's just for selfish reason, that's probably not very helpful. But if it's for the fact that you want to advance science and you want to help people, then is better, and then you can have a unity of purpose, because we all have the same purpose. Yeah, that unity of purpose is very important. The team identified two main problems: inconsistent data extraction. Everybody had their own method. Workload imbalance. Some team members were stuck with harder studies. What do you guys think about this? Is this realistic? True? Does this happen? Guys?
Yeah, it's right, actually.
Sorry?
Yeah,
This-
especially the workload imbalance in life.
Definitely. So, what should they do? Which one is probably more correct? A unified guide, pair team members for support, ask GPT for the answer. Unified guide. Now, pairing team members for support is very, very helpful. You can have let's say, more experienced member with a more junior member. That I always find is very, very helpful, actually. And it sort of takes away the fact that the whole thing is, a solo enterprise where people are just banging away on their computers in isolation. So try and get them to work in pairs. This is always a very, very successful way. So what they can even do is they can do the screening together. They can do the screening together. They don't have to be on the same computer. They can just share their screen. But often enough, that will work really, really well. It's not necessary, but it can improve the motivation and the quality of the work. Okay, so that's something to look into. A unified guide, obviously, but not too detailed. The team decided to create a step-by-step guide to unify the data extraction. This guide will include examples and clear instructions. We walk the same path, the journey becomes easy for everyone, Dr. Mara said. They also set up regular checkpoints to review progress. Now, this is important. Checkpoints, like let's just check what we've done so far, and that way you don't have a mountain of problems later on that, oh no, everything was done incorrectly. Would you pair team members? Yes, no, too late now. Shall we split a Big Mac? Splitting a Big Mac is very popular. No. Yes. Big Mac. The Big Mac is not very big nowadays. Okay. Fine. So yes, pairing team members. As Dr. Amira paired team members to support one another, more experienced members were paired with those who needed help. In helping each other, we strengthened our work and understanding. The team focused on finding balance between speed and precision. They were encouraged to work carefully, but not overthink every detail. This is the thing. You have to remember, resources are limited. Time is limited. People can only do so much in a period of time. So basically, it's no point in publishing a review which taken you 10 years. It's going to be out today by the time it comes out. This is a video of your team. It's very important, actually. Oh no, said an error occurred. I don't know why the video stopped. It's just a cat video. It's all right. Need to watch it. Okay, fine. So let's watch our video. about finding a topic. We just do two quick videos and then so two quick presentations, and then what we're going to do is let me just switch the screen share. 1 second, I think it's still on the old one. New share. Chrome tab.
Dr. Ahmed, that's a good point on Big Mac splitting, because I think sometimes someone gets the extra bun, the middle bun to deal with. So it's the workload is not really split as per the right way. So I think that's a good point. So I think a paired team members should really work, but I think there should be a good communication and weekly check-ins by the team.
Please. Violent. What team of that?
I got scared for a minute.
Okay, so this is my a slightly violent presentation on how to find a topic for meta-analysis. So the first thing is you could find a paper, original paper in a top journal, see if there's previous meta-analysis. Good if you can do the meta-analysis quickly. But better method is to find a meta-analysis 3 to 6 years ago and see if no new meta-analysis in the area and 2 new papers. This is the easiest approach. And you can also look at guidelines. Spaceship. So let's imagine you need a publication, you have access to original data, but then you're driven. Then you can do, so you use PubMed, you use filters for journals. Now okay, we're landing, we're stuck in space or something. And you could also do guidelines, although this is less important. Basically, you look for low evidence recommendation grades. I've actually not used this very often, as it's not as helpful. But PubMed is good. Based on the Medline database, remarkable access to vast majority of papers all over the world. You can use Google Scholar, but doesn't have as many filters, so I don't find it as helpful. So let's say you want a topic for meta-analysis. You go into PubMed, you say advanced search and then journal. Then you put in the journal's name and you leave the search box empty. Yeah. So his journal, JAK interventions, and then you leave the search box completely empty. And then you click on meta-analysis, for example, or you click on clinical trial, randomized control trial if you're using the other method, which is to look for a new original paper. It can sometimes be very helpful if you base it on that. But you're better off looking for a giant, important trial, yeah, rather than a small one. Also, the problem is that sometimes these people will feed their data to a meta-analysis team. Anyway, use filters. So what you want to do is, if you want to update a meta-analysis, you want to look at meta-analysis that's done a little while ago, so 2018, 2022, for example. If you're looking at randomized control trial, the filter needs to be more recent. Then you find a meta-analysis, you see, how many papers in there. Each paper is about 2 hours of work for you, so you don't want to do too many. You want to do less than 30 to 40 papers. You can find all these videos, by the way, on my YouTube channel, which is called 786M3. So let's say I've found a paper. Oh my God, subclinical leaflet thrombosis sounds exciting. So basically looked at the search date for the meta. What date did they do the search? That will be written in here in the abstract. And then you search after that date in PubMed. Oh, I found some new papers. 1, 2, but oh no, there's a new systematic review. Sad, we can't do it. Can't do it. Then this one, oh, topic works. This one, and lots of new papers. So moderate or external on long-term outcomes, a systematic review, and meta-analysis. Yay! Any questions so far, guys? Yeah? Any questions? No? You know this really well? We're going to test you with this. Huh? No, any questions, guys? Because we're going to do a blocket on this. Look, so no, but if you have any questions, just ask away. Because otherwise, I'm going to test you. Test you on it. All right, fine. So let's go back to Canva. Oh, where's Canva gone? Okay. All right, why don't we do a fun blocket in the meantime to keep you entertained, and then we'll come back to the next presentation. This is about, this blockade is about screening. Yeah. Actually, no, we'll do this one. So this one, so just keep in mind that actually, I'll just show you one more video. Otherwise, you won't be able to do this that easily. So that was finding a topic, yeah? And this will also test you on this other thing, which is going down to it. Yeah, this one. So just quickly do this one as well. This is less violent, this video. And then we can do the blockade quickly. I think this one is the birdie sound one. Present full screen, present. Okay, Ovid Medline. Ovid Medline allows you to search both Medline and Embase. This is brilliant. It allows for meta-analysis, you only need 2 databases. Medline has got 31 million references, 5,200 journals is the basis for PubMed. Embase is Elsevier, is not easily accessible, but 8,500 journals, 28 million references. It's huge. It also covers a lot of older papers. So for a meta, you need to search both Embase and Medline together on Ovid Medline. Then you can get rid of the duplicates. Login. Now, if you guys have an Ovid Medline login, otherwise you can use Open Athens, which is what we use in the UK. And then you sign in with your Open Athens account. Then you click on Embase and Ovid Medline. And then you can search the 2 databases together. And then you put in advanced search. Then you put in the term like Brugada. And then search each term in succession. Brugada, ICD defibrillator. Then we use something called and or. We use or to combine the searches. So ICD and defibrillator. But don't worry, all these videos are still on the 786M3 YouTube site. So you can actually look at this more carefully later. So I say ICD and defibrillator and I combine them. Yeah. So ICD, it could be ICD or, because ICD and defibrillator are the same thing. So or, yeah. And then now defibrillator and ICD are combined using or. This makes option 4. And then what I do is I take Brugada and base obviously 2 or 3, which is ICD and defibrillator, and then I do and now I've got 3,954 abstracts. That's quite a lot actually. Then I press reduplicate, which reduces the number of abstracts, and that because those are the ones invoked. And I've got far less now. But then I think, oh my God, I can't screen 3,000. So I looked, oh my God, you can use the word outcome. Yeah, and this is very common. 10% of cognitive reviews have the word outcome. Then I add outcomes. Yeah, and I say this plus outcomes. Voila, all done. And then I've got 237. Yay, not too many. Okay, what do you guys think? Any questions before I give you the blockade? Come on, guys. It's your chance to ask. Okay, all right, they don't want to ask. All right, which one, guys? Pirate's Journey, Gold Quest, Fishing Frenzy. You've got Monster Brawl, Tower Defense, Battle Royale, Deceptive Dinosaurs. Oh, there's a lot of games here. The racing game is rubbish, actually, by the way. The racing game is rubbish. Okay, come on. What do you guys want to do? Fishing Frenzy. Oh, yeah, somebody said Fishing Frenzy last time as well. Fishing Frenzy. And let's go down here. Whoa. Oh, and I need to just go to that screen actually. New share. Let me go to the blocked screen. Actually, just let's do entire screen. That'll be easier for you guys. Okay, guys. Game ID 6232006. Come on. Has a fishing game come up? Come on. Are you guys logging in? Oh, sorry, let me go back to that one. Oh, nobody's here. What's happened? You guys having a struggle logging in? Joanne, Taylor. Come on, more. Log in. What I might do is I might copy the join link in, copy it and put it in the chat. Okay. All right. Let's see. Bosses. Let me just change this to the host blocker thingy as well. Share. Yeah. All right. Let's start fishing frenzy, guys. 11. How many people are in the thing? How many guys are there? Participants. 16. Not everybody there. Come on, guys. You have to get the clock here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think that's most of you. Let's start. 11 people. Look past your line. And reel once. Reel into fish. Watch out for something from crazy things. Total fish weight up to 7 measurement. Look at our what's happening. Any fish yet? Pineapple. Pineapple's winning. This is second. Let's see. Alpha is second. Anybody having any issues with the questions? Fine. Are we getting them? Unmute yourselves and let me know. Terry. Oh my god, it's 2,500 pounds. That is, sounds like a God. How is it not? Hey. Okay, I think we should stop the game. Actually, just one more minute, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. All right, final standings. Joanne. Shazad won. Okay, fine. What do you guys think? Any questions? No. Yeah, no, it's fine. Let's just stop that. Fine. So, any questions, guys? Now, what? Let's see. Oh yeah, the 5 new messages which I haven't read. What does it say in them? Oops, where's the chat? Chat. Okay, fine. Fine. So then let me do a live exercise and then we'll do one more game. So this is very, very important. So try and copy this along with me. Yeah, try and copy this along with me. Share screen. And this is very important. If you can copy this with me, so then, okay, so here you can see PubMed. Can you guys see PubMed?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, somebody sent me a message. PubMed. So what you do is PubMed, then click on advanced. Okay, if you guys can all do this, copy me, PubMed, all fields. So I put journal, because we're going to do a live exercise there. Obviously this course is all about live exercise, not really about, wasting your time with lots of stats. Okay, so this query box you leave empty. If guys, so advanced search, journal, and let's say, for example, circulation. Yeah, search. Oh, now in this case, the filter meta-analysis has been applied automatically, but for those who haven't, apply the filter meta-analysis. Yeah, it's here on the left. Okay, all of you need to do this exercise, so let me know if you have any trouble doing this live exercise. Okay. And then what I'll do is, in this case, I'll do to 2015 to 2022. How many results have you guys got? 87. You should have 87 results. You should click on metas. Come on, guys. Anybody having any difficulty, let me know in the chat. You got it? Everybody's got it? Come on. Everybody's got it? Yes? Okay, who has not got it? I need to know. Come on, guys. Who has not got it? Anybody having any issues with it? No? And then obviously then what you do is you can click one of them. Let's say this one's a good one. Okay, like egg, serum cholesterol. And then I can actually just look at this and it'll tell me quite a bit of information. So this one, oh, okay. So this was, what one was it? May 2022. This was, oh no, this is not a meta-analysis actually. This one, for example, so that's not a meta-analysis. This one is also. This is circulation 2021. Marine 3 fatty acids, for example. Randomized control trial, always good. Randomized control trial. This went to 2020. And then how many RCTs? Just 7. This would be, if there was a new study, this would be quite easy to update. Yeah. So this is good. Small, just 7 studies, large numbers of patients. But what I'm interested in is what was the search like, because I don't want a very, very vicious search. So I'll go into this, and this tells me what the search was like. I go into the article, and then I look at the search. 4,000. So that is the tricky bit. 4,049 screen records. But the problem is this search was done quite badly, because if you're using an RCT filter, you should not really get 4,049 screen records. So you should get less than 1,000. So this was done quite badly. Yeah, this was done extremely badly. You know, this is not a good search at all. Now, the next thing I was going to show you, I don't know if you guys have Ovid Medline. No. Why is it disconnecting me today? Anyway, I did show it to you guys, so I don't know why it's blocking me. Continue to the site. Ovid Medline. For some reason today I can't get in. Google. Even Google is blocked. That's all right. Fine. There's time to do the second fun exercise. So let's go back to the block in a minute. Let me share the screen. Do share entire screen. And this is another set of questions I've created for you. Screening. This is a fun one, actually. This is quite fun. Okay, guys, you have to decide on the game. Pirates, Voyage, Gold Quest, Crypto, Monster Brawl, Tower Defense 2, Battle Royale, Racing, Factory, Book Rush. Yeah? Which one do you guys want? Let's check the chat. Guys, what do you guys want? Which game? Guys, Fishing Frenzy. No, we did Fishing Frenzy already. Gold Quest. Okay, somebody said Gold Quest. All right, might as well try it. And oh, Crypto. Gold Quest. I've never really tried. Monster Brawl is actually good, actually. Gold Quest. Take chaotic answer gold and take it from other players. All right, fine. Let's try Gold Quest. I've never really tried Gold Quest before. Oh, no. I'm going to copy the join link to make it easier for you guys. Into the chat. You guys can see it? And let me just switch the share to the game. All right, Daylight in. Okay. Yay, everybody's nearly in. So start. Okay, I think everybody's in. Select chest. Select gold. Take gold from others. Most gold after 7 minute wins. Probably we'll do 5 minutes. Luck. Eddie is in the lead. Anas is second. John was doing quite well last time. Yes. Before. I mean, last week. I mean. Guys, how are you guys doing? John is in the lead again. Okay. Pineapple's in the lead. Okay, we're gonna stop at 3 when there's 3 minutes left. Okay. By the way, these links are in public, they're searchable. You can search for them. Public games. Okay, I'm gonna end now. Yay! Final standings. Number 3. Oh my God, who's number 3? G. Number 2 is Alper. Number 1 Pineapple. Fine. So, guys, what do you guys think of this game? Was it better than Fishing Frenzy? I didn't get to play it, you know. What did you guys think? Nobody's saying anything. What did they find this better? The last one better? Okay. Managed to get into with Medline. Okay. As Pineapple, I'm biased. Open Athens. Now, I know some of you don't have this, but this is sadly is the best way to search for meta-analysis. So I go to Open Athens, NHS in England. Also, this amazing thing about it that it could give you a lot of full text. A lot, you know, like you need a full text of paper. This is easily the best way to get it. For example, my one has the Royal Free Library. Yeah, so that means that I have, you know, to every single paper. So I do select social, so Embase and Medline. What is it doing? There it is. So let's say I do Embase all of it. So this one I can do Embase Classic Plumb Embase. That will cover most things. 1947. So I want the widest search possible. Okay, and then I will go down Embase. Here. And then I do Ovid Medline all. Now, for a meta-analysis, you have to do 2 searches of 2 databases. Anybody, can you guys access this? Oh, sorry, maybe I haven't shared the screen actually. Sorry about that. Guys should have let me know. There it is. You guys can see it now. Can you guys see? So this was Ovid, Medline, and then I used Open Athens. Okay. So guys, anybody able to log into this? If not, just copy me as far as possible. So Embase Classic plus Embase and Ovid Medline. Continue. Yay. Okay, I'm in. Now you guys can see my screen, guys. So I'm going to do the exercise and you guys can copy me. Brugada. So this is advanced search. Just use the advanced search. Okay, so Brugada has been done. And now you can see it brought in quite a lot of abstracts. Brugada, ICD. Yeah. And then it brought up some more. And then defib. Defibrillator. So I do these three. This is basically, and now you've got all three. Now I'll go to search history. Now I want to combine ICD and defibrillator. So I do OR. Now I've got, let's combine them. Now you've got the new one, which is basically ICD or defibrillator. Then I do Brugada. Now, if any of you outside of the UK struggling for access, contact me and I'll give you my access. Yeah, that's no problem. And then, oh my God, there's too many, far too many. Still 5062 actually is even more than last time. So I do outcome. Actually, outcomes. It's better. Then this is a naughty trick where it reduces the number of abstracts massively, absolutely massively, and it's allowed. There's a little bit of a trick, but I do use it quite a bit. Now this one and this one, and voila! How many abstracts have you got now? 634. Yeah, and then I press reduplicate, which basically means the abstracts in both databases will be taken out. Yeah, and then it brings you to this page, which I just agree with. Continue. So these are abstracts which are in both databases will be combined because it searched two databases. And then how many have I got now? I go up. 569, which is a much more manageable number, isn't it? It's a much more manageable number. Yeah. So, were you all able to copy this exercise? Anybody have any issues with it, guys? Good. I think some of you don't have PubMed access, but still, you guys were able to see it, isn't it? Dilla, do you have access? But obviously the people from the UK do definitely have access, don't they? Okay, fine. I think because the class is getting long, I was going to do some Minecraft stuff, but we might not have time today. I've created a Minecraft world to do an exercise in. I don't know. Does anybody want to do that? Join me for a little Minecraft session or not? Are you guys done for the day? Tell me in the chat. What you guys can do is, I think those who want to log in can log in. I will put in the link to the world. Oh, but it's tricky, isn't it? I just realized you'd have to download Minecraft to your phone as well. Okay, fine. I think that's the tricky bit is you would have to download Minecraft Education to your phone. So I don't think it's be that easy. So I think, yeah, it wouldn't be that easy. So the idea was that you're gonna come into my world, which I'm hosting, and then you would do an exercise with me. Let me see. I mean, okay, whoever wants to join me can join me. I'm just going to put the link in. And let's see if anybody can come into the world. The rest of you can, if you can log off, and then I'll just try and log into this Minecraft education. Oh, this is not even hosting yet. Okay, fine. We'll do this next time because it's actually it's logged me off my Minecraft session. Okay, no problem. That's fine. All right. Anything else, guys? Any feedback? Any way we can make this better? I think some of you said that there were too few questions, which is true. Anything else? Okay, fine. Any questions? Yeah, before we stop. Any questions for me? Okay. I think the important thing is that if anybody wants to contact Cynthia for joining her group, her meta-analysis, they can, okay? And I'll stop here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.